collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your What Do I Need read for this new moon in Libra to full moon in Taurus, October 2020. I am your reader, Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. I'm also a fellow Earth sign, 4 planets in Virgo, Sun included. I'm a Virgo Sun sign, so very, very compassionate, sympathetic, and always willing to serve, Virgo, my Earth sign brothers and sisters, because let's face it, we're the sane ones of the lot. Agreed? So, if you are new to my channel, please do consider liking, subscribing, hitting the notification bell, commenting, and all that stuff to help get my numbers up. I'm doing the slow and steady wins the race. Usually Capricorns appreciate that, right? I'm good at what I do. I started reading tarot when I was 12. I'm 52. Well, technically it'll be next year in the spring. That it will be 40 years of tarot experience, so to speak. And honestly, my goal should be 2,000 subscribers because I'm not quite there yet, but I'm shooting for 30,000 so that I can do the extended readings that I do here on YouTube. When you hit 30, you can have the membership button, right, and all that jazz. So you'll be able to pay one price per month for access to all the extended readings. Right now I'm putting them on Vimeo.com. I love my Vimeo account, Vimeo On Demand. It's been great over the years. But you're paying like $5 a shot there as well for the individual signs. So help me get there. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Help me drive my numbers up. Greatly appreciated from one Earth sign to another. And to my subscribers who have already done so, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Your love and support, particularly any of you that are in the Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, private Facebook group. Thank you so much for your love and support, your prayer for my friend who I just heard from today. He's still at home. Well, I mean, a lot of people are, but he's doing better. So thank you so much. And that's a great thing about that group that I truly appreciate, that we are all praying for each other. One of the people in the group, her mother had a heart attack, and the mother's back home now, right? It's like, is it the power of our prayer? I don't know, Capricorn, but it's nice to have that support. And yeah, so thank you, all of y'all out there. Let's get down to business, shall we? This is a general reading. A what do I need read, right? 6-card draw, 1 card from 6 different decks, 2 tarot decks, 2 healing systems, 2 oracles, just to get you the clues and tips, hints that you need for this waxing moon. From Libra to Taurus. And I will say Libra and Taurus are both ruled by Venus. Today is actually the day of the new moon when I'm doing this right now. I'm trying to get these out before 3:30 p.m. Depends on upload times. So what you need to wax, to grow, to evolve, to heal, you know, whatever that process is over the next 2 weeks, as we're looking from the 16th today. Moon goes new, or depending on when you're watching this, went new at 3:30 p.m., 3:31 according to my calendar, but then goes void, of course, 6:11 p.m. and will not go into Scorpio until Saturday, tomorrow, from when I'm doing this. So we are going to try and jump online at some point and do a little something today between those hours, but we'll see how much I get done. So, general reading, focus on your breath, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, right? Check your other signs. These are running a little under 30 minutes depending on how much comes through me at the time. There is a general intention for this series of readings that my guides gave me. They said, may these readings bless all hearts with healing, harmony, balance, and fortitude for the well-being of all. So mote it be, right? And that has a lot to do with Libra and the heart chakra, the anahata, the grace of healing, the grace of fortitude, and all that jazz. Ready? I think that's about it. It's enough exposition, don't you think? All the decks that I read are in the description box below. I think that's good enough. Yeah. Let's take a nice deep breath. Oh, except the full moon in Taurus, yes, is on Halloween. Where? All right, let's go. Feet firmly planted, breathe. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved, please bring through the clarity, guidance, and grace for my Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs this new moon to full moon next October 2020, starting with the goddesses, the divine feminine half of all that is, please. My goddesses, Persephone in particular, now in Queen of the underworld, queen of the underground. Wow, I didn't even connect that before. Send me dead flowers. That really makes sense, please. My goddesses, one card in clarity for this Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign from this new moon in Libra to full moon next in Taurus, October 2020. What's going on inside of them that they need to heal or be aware of? The card of the star. Oh, come on. Come on. Great start, right? So there is enlightenment. There is alignment. There is hope. There is a dream. There is, to me, the highest vibrational spiritual card in the entire tarot, the card of the star. Because even, people want to look at the sun as the most positive card in the deck. Granted, that's positive. But the star is higher than the sun, right? So this can be about a calling. This can be about spiritual alignment. This can be, the interpretations in any tarot card are endless. That's why we're going to keep going on this, seeing what other cards hit the table. But in terms of tarot, this is really saying your inside is in alignment in some way, shape, or form, or to really feel the core of your being, because we are stardust. We are golden. And we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. Hopefully the magic. Because I miss Carol and Paula. Like a cynical ex-hippie kind of, sort of. Well, Generation X, isn't that what we are? Yeah. So let's see what the gods have to say about that on the outside, right? That's the inside. This alignment of the star feels really, really lovely, my caps. Very, very happy for that. I love that. Oh, and here's the card of the star here. It's not, maybe it comes up, maybe it doesn't. But there it was, right? At the cut of the deck. All right, we're doing something right. Take a nice deep breath. Oh my gods of Earth and of Capricorn, please. I need one card in clarity for this Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign for this new moon in Libra to full moon next in Taurus. What do they need to be aware of outside of themselves in the yang, right? Maybe their own expression coming forward from them into the outside world, or just what's going on around them, connected to this card of the star that the goddesses have given us, please. For this new moon to full moon next, what do they need to be aware of outside? Well, two major arcana cards. The death card. Now, the death card doesn't always mean physical death. In fact, in my entire career, it's only meant it once. And I was living in Boston at the time, in the 80s, right? And it was. My grandfather died, and it just changed everything in my whole family structure. My father's father. It was a lot. I think I ended up moving back to Long Island after that. So some big transformation change going on for you now. If this has not hit yet, I mean, the whole world is going through it. Right? The whole world is going through that from to ashes and rising again thing. So, there's that part of it. If as a Capricorn, the external situations of the world are really shaking you, then this would make sense to really, what's your highest vision? What's your highest calling? What's your soul got to say about this? What does your higher self have to say about this? And one of the oracles I use for the voices of the higher self. So there's a lot more in here. This is going to play itself out differently depending on who's watching this, but be aware there is a death and a transformation going on outside of you. But I don't know, with the card of the star, we'll see what else hits the table, but I'm not really getting are people going to die? Of course people are going to die. This happens every day, and I'm not being blasé about it, but in terms of a reading, is there a day where nobody dies? Is there ever, right? So really looking at this from just a divinatory place, this feels really good, but that's why we're going to go now to the Ascended Masters. Our next two decks are the Healing Systems, the Chuck Spezzano Love Pack, and the Healing Mantra deck by Matt Codd. Let's see what we get you here, what you need, the piece of luck, the piece of healing, or the piece of grace that you need to be aware of, embrace, or allow in. Breathe. Yes, my Ascended Masters, thank you. No, I felt that. I mean, two major arcana cards, plus with that double star, right? That I never look when I do that, so that my eye caught it. I get it. That there's something going on here. So please, what is the piece of luck that they need to be aware of? The piece of healing that they need to embrace, or the piece of grace that this Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign needs to allow in this new moon in Libra to full moon next in Taurus, October 2020. Well, falling in love, okay? One of the luck cards. And keep in mind that can be that kind of transformation. Now, I'm not going to go into this too much here. It's not the appropriate place. But this morning, I went to bed at midnight. I was back outside in prayer on my deck by 1 a.m. Experiencing I had a mystical experience happen. I mean, I'm a mystic. I usually don't get like Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey circus level. I get like snapshots, or I get like sound bites, because they know they don't want to overload me. Look what I do for a living. But there really was an experience of divine love last night. In other words, love between me and the divine, whatever you want to call it, God, goddess, source, the universe, that brought me to tears. I mean, it really was. It transformed something inside of me. Eventually, it's going to show up on the outside. That's how that works, right? So if there is a falling in love here, something that is perhaps spiritually aligned. I mean, if it was the card of the Wheel of Fortune, the Spider Woman, I would say definitely part of the divine plan, but it's part of the divine plan, right? So how much of yourself are you willing to give, considering everything is changing, or at least in a particular situation in your life that does feel romantic, because we've got the falling in love card, right? You could fall in love with you could fall in love with pasta bolognese. I did. That's why I make it once a week. I got everything I need to make it this weekend. It's what I live off during the week. It's my meat snack, right? So this is great. I mean, really, the death card, of course, seems like a little bit of a fly in the ointment, turd in the punch bowl. But this is Hades. He's one of my gods. He's a sweetheart. Everybody's so afraid of him. He's the eldest of the Olympians, right? Of the 6 that were swallowed by Kronos. It's okay. They got him back for it. I think he's darling, and he is the husband of Persephone. I mean, these are the divine gestalts of soul power archetypes that have been with me my whole life, right? Yeah, they're my gods. Same thing. So falling in love. Interesting. Let's see. Now, this is where Matt Kahn can turn the party one direction or the other with One Direction. Harry. The healing mantra deck. What is the perfect healing mantra that you need with all of this? Obviously, with the death card on the outside, like anything that you can do to help yourself heal. And because of this Libra energy going on, again, from new moon in Libra to full moon in Taurus. Taurus is ruled by Venus too, like they both are. So let's see what your healing mantra is from the Ascended Masters. Breathe. My Ascended Masters, please, one card in clarity for this Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. What is their perfect healing mantra for this new moon in Libra to new moon next in Taurus, October 2020, considering they've got the star on the inner, death on the outer, falling in love, the piece of luck that they need to be aware of. Could be someone falling in love with them falling in love with someone, someplace, something. What is the perfect healing mantra for them then, please, my Ascended Masters? Expressing free will. My choices determine how brightly I shine. So you have a choice here. How much of your heart do you want to live? How much of that cliff are you willing to jump off of? And can you jump off 25% of a cliff? Not really, right? Now, that's not the card of the Fool, right? That's that imagery. Not seeing that, but there is that idea of falling in love. Now, I'm going to read you what's written in the little book. It's not very long. But free will. Free will does not determine the curriculum. It just determines what lessons you want to take at any given time. Oh my God, that's from practically verbatim from the introduction to A Course in Miracles, right? So you have free will and choice. That is throat chakra. But sometimes your head says yes and your heart says no, or vice versa. What do you choose? I love them, but are you kidding me? Have you seen their credit score? You know what I mean? like the personality, the ego, all that stuff in the mind automatically, particularly what we're going through on planet Earth right now, the sense of caution, which is necessary for physical survival, right? So you have some choices to make here. I will be glad to read this mantra card for you. Really just 3 pages away. Expressing free will. My choices determine how brightly I shine. When free will is expressed, The quality of your experiences is based not on the actions of others, but on how wisely and lovingly each moment is viewed. Is viewed, right? How lovingly, how wisely is each moment being viewed, right? So that's very much a third eye thing if you think about it, right? We talked about that, the third eye and the heart. It doesn't match the unconsciousness of others to fight or have the final word. Have you met my family? Instead, free will conveys the brightness of your soul through the sum of your words and actions, even when responding to those who aren't acting their best. Now, I will say, with this whoop, in the outside, are we always at our best when we're dealing with a death transformation? I'm going to say no, right? Because that's necessary. It's part of our struggle. It's part of the hero's journey of dealing with transformation, change, and loss of control, right? The three controlling fears, the loss of fear of humiliation, three controlling fears: fear of humiliation, fear of chaos, and fear of essentially the divine, all of which, because when we're humiliated, we're not in control. Chaos is just divine order in disguise as chaos, and of walking into that brightness of light and us being not good enough, right? Those are the three controlling fears, according to Carolyn Mace, Entering the Castle. I believe her book is where she talked about that. So this thing of even if others aren't at their best, even if you're not at your best, feeling wise, although with falling in love, I don't know about that, the fear of falling in love, right? The chaos that brings, the change that brings that we're seeing here, and yet so aligned with that card of the star to really wear your ethics, right? Make your choices in alignment with the love that you are, because this is about expressing free will within the divine. This mantra is ideal for overcoming feelings of disempowerment, fulfilling personal goals, and becoming more ambitious, which I think is great. My choices determine how brightly I shine. Your light is your soul, your truth, your love, right? Whatever. Love and light. Well, you have the ability to express that at your own free will, but will you? Particularly when people might come at you like this, in terms of an external transformational change. But with that card of the star, it doesn't shock me. My choices determine how brightly I shine with that star in your interior world. You get it? Do you get the logistical play on words they're giving you here with this tarot, with the tarot? Okay, baby tarots, like baby carrots. Let's get into then our two oracles. Right, we've got our two tarot, our two healing systems. Now let's look at our two oracles. We've got the Whispers of Love Oracle, which I adore. The voices of the higher selves. We'll speak through that, and we will close with, I think, probably the most simplest and powerful part of this process, the Healing with the Angels Oracle. There's only one or two words. At least gives you something, an angelic power to align with. And with that card of the star, you're good to go for that. Breathe. Exhale first, Mark. The higher selves have all involved. Gotcha. Got the connection. Please, one card in clarity for this Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. This new moon in Libra to full moon next in Taurus. What is the piece of inspiration, information, or insight that they need, considering they got the star on the inner, death on the outer, falling in love, and expressing free will, right? Definitely there are choices here going on. So please, choices and decisions going on, particularly with that death card. There are usually decisions, life-changing decisions that come with that. So please, this isn't minor arcana, it's major arcana. So please, what is your whisper of love for them this new moon to full moon, October 2020? Romance. Lavish the one you love with your personal attention and affection. We are calling this one romance and falling in love, because there it is, and literally this card is going right under that card. So look, we know what this is. We know that this is a romantic death. And now remember, when people hear romantic death, they say that's the end, right? They think that's the end. Oh no, it's gonna die. The death card is card number 13, wouldn't it just be, right? out of a, what, 21, 22, sometimes 23 card major arcana, depending on who designed the deck. So, like, halfway through, right? Not even. So, this is a transformation. Things are changing on the outer, but in a way, like, the direction here is lavish the one that you love with your personal attention and affection. Now, if there isn't somebody in your life, well, that could be that death card. All of a sudden, boop. Now we are in Mercury retrograde, ex-boyfriend flash flood. That's what I like to call it, because the women don't necessarily come back to me during this time, but the men do, right? All of a sudden, out of nowhere, text message, email, woof, I'm on scruff, wink, I'm on manhunt, right? I'm like, oh, where have you been? Which I'm down for that. I mean, as long as they can prove their negative status in all sorts of different ways except attitude, then I'm good to go. I'm an earth sign. Yeah, right? But for you guys, I mean, I kind of wish I had a planet in Capricorn, but we are looking at expressing free will, how much you want to let your light shine. Your choices determine how brightly you let your light shine. So if there isn't somebody here, someone might pop up, but also if you are already falling in love with somebody, even if you don't confront them with it, you can at least express that love in some way through prayer, right? In meditation, pray for them, right? Send that love. And even if there's not someone and you have no idea, send that love out to them anyway, right? This is the power that we have. It's not that we're all interconnected. We're all one. That appear to be separate and therefore appear to be interconnected. We're all one, right? So, last card down here. This should be interesting. If it's the romance card, I'm telling you. I don't know what I'm telling you yet because the words haven't come out my mouth. But let's ask. Breathe. My angels and archangels, my Arielites and Urielites, please. The Healing with the Angels Oracle, Doreen Virtue, please. What is the angel that walks with this Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, this new moon in Libra to full moon next in Taurus, October 2020, that they may call upon, that may synthesize this reading for them, bringing them the healing. Please, what is the title of the healing angel that walks with this Capricorn that they need to acknowledge and work with this new moon to full moon next October 2020? Nature boy, nature girl. Now that's interesting. I mean, I like this card. It just has so many different meanings in divinatory, more than are really written in the booklet that came with it. And Doreen wrote that a very, very long time ago. I mean, yes, of course, this is about getting out. I mean, you're an earth sign. Get out. Go hug a tree. Right? Mask up. Go hug a tree. Right? Whatever that is. I mean, I sit out on my deck every day, rain or shine. I have a big-ass umbrella over a chaise longue, a chaise lounge. And I go out there and I pray, and I've got my garden, and I mean, that is my temple, in a way, right? That is my sacred space. My whole house is sacred space. So connect with that, absolutely. What a fabulous foundation. But it also speaks about the divine nature, right? Like if I was going to plug that into another card, I would really attach it to the star, right? Or connect it to say that there's something celestial in nature going on here, that there's something about your divine nature, just not your feet in the grass, right? Or breathing fresh air. We're all one with that too. But this deeper sense of that, it is your nature to love, right? But you've been hurt before. Who hasn't? I mean, that's not necessarily scripted here in the reading, but with that death card, we're afraid of it. We're afraid of change, right? As we said, fear of humiliation, fear of chaos, fear of God, right? But this isn't just change. It's about transformation. This is the phoenix thing. So you might be falling in love in a way that transforms you, regardless of whatever else goes on right now, right? But with romance and falling in love, come on. So let me put it together for you, right? Like they're just saying, what would the angel of nature do? Plug you into nature? You're already plugged into nature. Would begin to reveal to you the true nature of things, right? Within yourself, within the world, within the divine, and perhaps within this romance, which is kind of what I'm getting. So putting it together, the goddesses say you got the star on the inside, right? Some kind of alignment, hope, light shining within you, however that manifests itself. But in the outside world, it is manifesting transformation. I would think this is making this happen, right? That even if it's scary, even if there's loss involved, when is there ever not loss involved with the Death card? But loss makes room for new gifts to be received. It's just how it works, right? It's like the turning of the seasons. So with this falling in love, there might be some challenge with that, right? What has to be lost? Are there pieces of your own sense of independence that have to be lost through that, right? In this falling in love, it definitely connotates a surrender, like the nesty plunge. That's the spill, the nesty plunge, right? And expressing free will. My choices determine how brightly I shine. This might come down to with the star. What's more important, what other people do or feel or be or react or respond, or how brightly your light shines? You get to determine. Your choices determine how brightly I shine. But with this romance, lavish the one you love with your personal attention and affection. You know, this is in a healthy way. How do you do that? If you're with somebody, obviously that makes sense already. If you're not, again, prayer, meditation, or maybe send it through the tree roots. I mean, I know that sounds a little Lord of the Rings, and it is, kind of. Just very slowly. No, I love the ants. I mean, you know where to find them. I don't think they can run away that fast. But really, the beauty of the nature of who you are as well being expressed here. And being waxed. Remember, this is a waxing moon thing. So to start this at the new moon, I mean, in terms of love and romance magic, I'd say you got it. And even if you didn't hit it on the actual day of the new moon in Libra, that's okay. Because there's stuff going on here anyway. So, may the Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need to grow, to heal, to learn, to become the best that they can be. This new moon to full moon next, to tap in and align with that star regardless of the transformation as they fall in love, expressing free will with romance and allowing their true nature to shine forth for their well-being, their healing, their balance, and for the well-being of all. So mote it be. And so it is. I have to say, lovely, lovely reading, my guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Help me get to my goal of 30,000 subscribers. And really wishing you all the very best and the very blessed of this new moon to full moon next in October, my darlings. Hail. Farewell, and blessed, blessed be.